Hello guys, this is Sabriel from AltChar, and today we want to talk about the things we'd like to see in Destiny 2. With Activision having confirmed the sequel of Bungie's popular shooter, it can only mean one thing: the hype is real. Therefore, we want to share our 2 cents on the things we'd like to see. 60 FPS is an option that's offered by most FPS titles. Call of Duty and Battlefield would be the prime examples of this. However, Destiny, although being an FPS, does not deliver in this section. With this 30 FPS gap, most gamers feel that they're simply not getting their money's worth, as FPS can be of substantial importance for shooting games, especially in PvP. Since Destiny 2 will be coming to current-gen hardware, it's of course logical that it will be taking advantage of the power of the PS4 Pro and Project Scorpio, so 60 FPS should be no problem whatsoever. The next thing we'd like to see in Destiny 2 is an abundance of content right from the get-go. The original Destiny game failed to live up to the hype when it released because it relied heavily on DLC and expansions. This did not sit well at all with fans who were hoping to experience one hell of a galactic sci-fi story, and so Destiny was deemed a broken, chopped-up game, and Bungie became infamous for its money-milking methods. We sincerely hope that they have learned their lesson this time around and that we'll actually be blown away by the vanilla experience of Destiny 2, as opposed to just running around repeating quests and bounties in hopes of looting better gear. A proper story and at least some variety in single-player mode, that's all we're asking from Bungie. Destiny sure does look beautiful, but exploring different planets and areas is really nothing you would look twice at. That's why we'd like to see some changes to this in Destiny 2, for example weather effects such as dust or thunderstorms. Furthermore, it would be cool to introduce different gravities on different planets. This could possibly affect combat itself, all with the goal of enriching the overall experience and making the ever-present grinding at least a bit more interesting. Another thing we'd like to see in Destiny's sequel is an improved hub area. Destiny's original tower hub is a very sweet looking little environment with vendors and, well, that's pretty much it. But imagine a huge city filled with cool little Easter eggs and fellow players exploring the grounds. Wouldn't that be awesome? Speaking of other players, we'd like to see social interaction refined and improved, because right now, the only way to communicate with other players whilst in-game is through a very limited selection of emotes. So introducing new chat options, or at least expanding the number of emotes, would be more than welcome. After all, Bungie have always intended Destiny to represent an MMO title, and Destiny 2 is the perfect opportunity to make that vision a reality. Since Destiny is an online-only game, this implies socializing with other players, but this is not something gamers want to do every time we log into the game's world. Sometimes we just want to shoot some alien scum by our lonesome, and being forced to join fire teams with other players in order to complete certain missions may cause some gamers to quit playing altogether. This is why we think it would be a great idea for Bungie to introduce some sort of AI companion who would aid Guardians in combat. And yes, we know we already have Ghosts, but we're thinking of someone or something with a bit more muscle. And the last thing on our wish list is better raid matchmaking. As previously stated, Destiny has a way of literally forcing you to play the game with your friends or strangers. Now, this would not be such a bad thing were it not for the fact that you cannot complete raids with random people. You can play the game's raids only with people from your friends list. To make things even worse, you need as many as 5 people in your fire team if you are to start a raid. So let's be realistic for a second. How many of us actually have 5 people on our friends list who are just waiting to play Destiny, and more precisely that very same raid we have in mind as well? Not a whole lot, right? This seems like a completely unnecessary wall built around one of the most impressive features of Destiny, because to be fair, raids are pretty awesome. That's why we hope to see a solution to this in Destiny 2, and honestly, it's pretty simple. Just create a looking for group system that allows players to find people who are interested in doing the same raid. So those are some things that we'd like to see introduced in Destiny 2. Tell us what you guys think. What things would you like to see happen in Destiny 2017? We would love to hear your thoughts, and as always, please don't forget to head over to AltChar.com for much more content on everything gaming related. Thank you very much for watching, and this is Sabriel, and see you very soon.